Hello, YouTube community. This is Mateo here today, and I wanted to do another alopecia video. But today I wanted to talk about pros and cons. Now, you're probably asking yourself, if you have alopecia, what is the pros to having alopecia? It just seems like a stressful thing to have, and I don't get that at all. But I wrote a list, and honestly, it took me a minute to write the pros, but there is some advantages to having alopecia that I feel like a lot of people just don't see, or they know there are pros, but they just choose not to because they're in that negative mindset. So hopefully this will help people out who are going through some struggles with more of the negative side of having alopecia. So some of the pros I wrote here was you start to take care of your hygiene more. So when I realized I had alopecia, I noticed that I never really did take great care of my hair or my beard. So I noticed I had a lot of gray hairs, like stress hair, and my hair there was more dandruff too. So I started using really good shampoos, like tea tree oil shampoos, and even Head and Shoulders, and just I'll wash my hair every other day too. So like I'll skip a day because sometimes it's too much. But yeah, I was able to get rid of most of the dandruff. My hair has been looking a lot like more soft and smooth. Even though I do have the bald spot on the back, my hair is a lot more healthier. And also, I mean, it makes you think about your teeth and other stuff too that you want to take care of. So I started flossing more. I started just, washing my body better. It just makes you start thinking about taking care of every part of your body a lot better. So that's one pro when alopecia hits you, is just like you want to take care of yourself as much as possible. Nutrition. Nutrition is something that you start to realize because your immune deficiency problem comes from is the result of having alopecia. So you start eating healthier. I've started having weeks where I'll skip dairy and I'll eat more protein. I'll have weeks where I don't eat as much protein, and I'll eat more vegetables or fruits. So I mean, you start to think about what kind of nutrients you need, and you'll start taking vitamins as well. So that's a plus. You start taking advantage of trying to be a healthier individual. Also with exercise too, you start thinking about exercising more because that helps with your immune system. So you'll tend to go to the gym more if if you start having a more positive outlook while you're having alopecia. So yeah, I'll go play basketball or go to the gym sometimes or go on walks, and that's helped me for me not to think about it as much. And you'll just appreciate life more overall, because you have to understand that there are people that are in worse conditions. Now, there are kids that are born with cancer. There are people that are starving in third world countries. There are so many people that are way in worse conditions than us. And I understand that it is hard, and it's hard for us to get to that mindset all the time. But I mean, sometimes I watch videos on YouTube. Actually, I watched this channel called Special Books for Special Kids, and you can see how many people are suffering with different ailments and illnesses that it's so devastating sometimes to see what people go through. And just a bald spot in the head isn't going to kill you, and it's not going to affect your life unless you let it. And most people will look past that once they get to know the real you. Okay, and then I want to talk about cons, which these are things you can't control either, you know what I mean? So like I'll have nightmares sometimes where I'll literally be sleeping and I'll just start dreaming of like my hair either, it'll grow out and then all of a sudden it'll just all fall out, like it's like crazy. Or I'll have dreams of myself even looking in the mirror at the bald spot and it's just growing and expanding. Just weird lucid dreams dealing with my hair, or nightmares of any sort. So I mean, I think it's because sometimes you'll be in a stressful state of mind, you'll have negative type of dreams. So definitely nightmares is something. Also, you'll find yourself being more OCD, like obsessive compulsive. Like I've had times where I would take 20 pictures of the back of my head just at different angles at the bald spot, just to see if it looked better this way or that way, or is there hair growing. Very annoying. And then I'll just keep touching it, and you don't want to keep touching the bald spot. You want to leave it alone. You want to let the pores breathe. You don't want to put your you know, you don't know how your fingers are sometimes. You don't want to keep touching it. So, yeah, so OCD is a big issue for me. I had a lot. So I just try to wear a hat and not think about it and just go on with my day. Stress, of course. Stress is, a lot of people say it's stress induced, but it is an autoimmune system disease. People are born with it, so it's not necessarily just stress, but it does cause a lot of stress. And yes, you're gonna have days where you don't want to go to work because you wake up and you see it looks bigger, and it just like that just ruins your whole day. And so you just have to go with it. And yeah, it definitely causes stress, which you know can lead to mental instability. People can go bipolar from it. They get mad, become it's so insecure that they start to self-medicate and stuff. And that's one of the main points I wanted to hit on this, because this is what I started doing as soon as I found out about it. I was self-medicating because I was so insecure about it. I started drinking a bunch more, doing the things I wasn't supposed to do, taking medications, which, you know, that probably makes it worse. So, or more medication, because I am on one medication, but I was taking more medication, I was drinking more, and just making the situation worse for me. So self-medicate is also a bad con when it comes to alopecia, because people just get so insecure and stressed out that leads to self-medicating. But honestly, I could spend more time on the pros, because there are so many great things in this world that people can enjoy and need to, you know, understand that this is a wake-up call for to take better care of yourself, to stress less, to realize that there are people that are worse off. And it's a worldly feeling. Once you get that, it's a worldly feeling, and then you can become a more mature and positive person, and then your hair will probably eventually grow back. So that's a little list I wanted to talk to you guys about, like a pros and cons type video with alopecia, and that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. My name is Mateo. My channel is Mateo Head. Please leave a comment, or, you know, subscribe if you like my content. I know my channel's not great, but still, our fellow alopecians there, let me know how you're feeling. Much love. You're not alone out there. And anyways, you guys have a good day. Peace.